I never thought I'd question a man of God, especially not Pastor Alade. For years, he was more than just our spiritual father, he was a symbol of holiness. In fact, if angels ever walked among us, I was convinced he was one. I was just a teenager when I joined Living Fire Assembly. My mother, a trader, dragged me there after she said she had a dream about a man of light. From the first day, Pastor Alade's voice seemed to shake the walls. He preached fire and truth. Women wept, men fell on their knees. They called him Baba Fire. We revered him so much that even his footsteps on the church altar felt sacred. But what none of us knew, what we could never have imagined, was that Pastor Alade's bed held a secret. One that would change our church forever. It began quietly. Sister Ronk, the choir leader, disappeared. Just like that, vanished. No goodbye. No letter. Her family filed a missing persons report, but the police never found her. We fasted. We prayed. Pastor Alade said the Lord had taken her for a higher assignment. We mourned, but moved on. Then Brother Daniel fainted during a night vigil. He claimed he saw a woman with blood on her hands standing in the pulpit. People said it was just spiritual attack. But I remember the way Pastor Alade looked that night, nervous, almost afraid. But we said nothing. Because who questions God's servant? Months passed. Then one night, something happened that shattered everything. I was part of the ushering department. We had just concluded the Saturday cleaning of the church. I stayed behind to iron Pastor's white robe for Sunday service. I wasn't supposed to go into his bedroom at the church quarters. But I needed an extension cord, and I remembered seeing one there earlier. I told myself I'd be quick. I knocked. No answer. I turned the knob. The door creaked open. The room was dimly lit, cool from the air conditioner, and smelled of anointing oil and aftershave. But something felt off. There was a stillness that made my skin crawl. I stepped in. And then I saw it. Pastor Alade's bed had a large padlocked wooden box hidden underneath it. Curiosity gripped me. My hands shook, but something stronger than fear pulled me closer. The box had carvings, ancient markings I couldn't understand. But what terrified me the most was the sound, a soft muffled cry coming from inside. I stumbled back. I wanted to run, but my legs refused. Then, suddenly, I heard a voice. Who's there? It was him. Pastor Alade. I turned around, heart thudding, and saw him at the door, eyes glowing, not with light, but with something darker. He smiled. But it was the kind of smile that made my soul feel cold. My child, he said, you shouldn't be in here. I was looking for the extension cord, I stammered. He nodded slowly, stepped closer, then shut the door behind him. That's when I knew. I wouldn't be leaving that room the same. He walked to the bed, kneeled, and placed his hand on the box. He looked up at me. Do you believe in sacrifices, Damalola? My knees trembled. I believe in Jesus, sir. He chuckled. Good. Then you understand that some things must be offered for power. That was the moment everything collapsed. He opened the box. Inside was a blood-stained white cloth, strands of human hair, and a small old Bible, its pages torn and darkened with what looked like blood. And then, a photo. Sister Ronk. Dead eyes staring at the ceiling. I screamed. Pastor Alade lunged forward and clamped his hand over my mouth. "SHHHH. You don't understand," he whispered fiercely. "This is not evil, it's obedience. The spirit that walks with me demands honor. She was chosen. Just like you." My scream broke through his hand. I ran. Out of the room. Down the corridor. Into the street barefoot, crying, shaking, not knowing where I was going. I didn't stop until I reached my mother's house. That night, I told her everything. She cried. Then she showed me something I wasn't ready to see, an old photo of my late father. And standing next to him was Pastor Alade. "He was your father's best friend," she said. "Until your father died mysteriously in this same church." It all clicked. My father had been the church's founding pastor. He died in his sleep after a powerful crusade. They said it was hypertension. But I remembered. That same box had been under my father's bed too. My mother and I went to the police the next day. They didn't believe us at first. Who would? Pastor Alade was a god in that community. But with her help, and a secret recording of his confession I had managed to capture during my escape, we convinced an inspector to investigate. When they raided the church, they found the box, still under the bed. But this time, it wasn't just relics. There were bones. Tiny bones. Hair. Clothing. And a journal. Filled with names. Dates. Blood. He had made covenants. Every time the church needed to grow, someone had to be offered. He called it the obedience bed. He was arrested. The church collapsed. People cried. Some didn't believe it. Others claimed it was a setup. But the truth had burned through the lies. It's been 5 years. I still tremble when I hear preachers shout fire. But I found healing in a small Bible-believing fellowship where the only power is love. And every time I pass the old church building, now abandoned and covered in weeds, I remember that night. The night I discovered the secret of our pastor's bed. And I thank God that I escaped.